No.
What?
It does like a 4 count.
Oh, epic fail.
Oh well. Anyway, welcome back to the Marauders podcast. My name is Jamie Perrigan, aka Airship Prodigy.
And my name is Nathan Gake, AK. Shoot, I keep forgetting I know I'm an AK. It's just because when you say it, I just automatically think, oh, I need to say my AK. Anyway, good morning, afternoon, or evening. Jamie, would you like to acknowledge the elephant in the room?
Yes, last week's podcast that
Exactly.
didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, we got some special guests for the podcast, which was a good call, and we'll do it again sometime, but the thing is, we just went on, and the thing was like an hour, and then we
Yeah.
had no time to edit or prepare it. So we're going to release that at a later date once it's edited down. We'll just kind of see where it lands when it's ready.
Just with school ramping up, I mean, we're almost done with school. Finals are next week.
Right.
Just all that was happening that week. It was just hard. I mean, obviously for Jamie to do the audio, but it would have been hard for me to edit the video.
Right.
So yeah, we will get that out at a later date.
In the meantime, we're going to hit you with today's podcast, though.
That is correct. Yeah, we aren't throwing y'all under the bus. Would you like to segue into our first topic, Jamie Perrigan?
We're really only going to have one topic today, and that is superhero movies.
That
All
is
these
correct.
trailers and stuff coming out has got us hyped, so we're going to talk about it a little bit. Starting with the oldest piece of news, Captain Marvel.
Yep. Thoughts on the trailer? I know it didn't introduce much. I know that for sure. But yeah. Thoughts on it?
I mean, even in spite of, like, I think the trailer fails to sell the audience on the plot of the movie.
Mhm.
It's just, we don't really understand what's going to go on in the movie, but in spite of that, Marvel can still put together a fantastic trailer full of great moments. All of the shots of, like, Captain Marvel in action look amazing. So the
Yeah.
CGI, I'm relieved that it doesn't look like they're going to be leaning too heavily on the CGI, but they're
Yeah.
also making good use of it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. My thoughts on the trailer. I love that they got Krennic to do the bad guy from
I forgot about
Rogue
that.
One. Yeah, I saw him and I was like, oh my goodness, he's playing literally every villain. Dark Knight Rises, Rogue One, Ready Player One. I know that for too.
Okay, good. It is the guy I'm thinking about.
Yeah. Don't know his acting name, but
Neither do I. It's fine.
I liked how it looked. Looked pretty good. I like how they're doing Nick Fury.
Yeah, so
It's-
it's going to be interesting seeing him.
Yeah, especially with not like how he looks, but his mannerisms. He's not some rough and tough guy. When he sees a cat, he's gonna like scratch its ear. I like how they're portraying him.
Do you know the bit about the cat?
Yeah, I forget the name. It's
I don't remember
Top
the
Gun.
name.
Top Gun's cat.
Oh yeah, Goose.
Goose. That's what it is.
It's not Top. It's named from Top Gun, but
Yeah,
it's actually
that's
an
what it is.
alien.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
The cat.
yeah. The cat is an alien.
What?
That's from.
Is it a scroll?
Well,
oh wait, no, I saw that.
yeah. It's
in a breakdown.
It
Yeah.
may not like actually be an alien, but
Yeah.
it's pulled from the comics where Captain Marvel's cat is an alien.
Yeah, Rocket recognizes that it's a cat when or not
It's not
specifically. Well, no, yeah. Not recognizes that it's not a cat.
A cat. Yeah.
But yeah, I knew that. Other thoughts. Something that I saw when she's in space, flying up, shooting all of her light beams. I got some Iron Man vibes. Like think in Avengers.
That's fair.
When the portal first opens, he flies up there in a similar pattern. So I mean, it doesn't mean anything, but I just thought it was interesting.
I mean, it kind of makes sense that Marvel is kind of sticking to their book. They're saying this is what flying looks like in our universe.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just saw strong similarities between the two
Yeah.
scenes.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And do you think, now I know in the comics, she pulls her power from like a light hole?
That's news to me.
It's like the
I don't
opposite
know
of a
that
black
much
hole.
about.
Yeah, in
from
the
the
comics,
comic.
she pulls her light from a white hole, which is the opposite of a black hole. But in the trailer, it looks like, and I think they confirmed this. I'm not sure.
It looks like the result of like experimentation, right?
That or the quantum realm. It looks a
the
little
quantum
bit.
realm.
It looks a little bit like the quantum realm. And I know they I feel like they at least said something about how Captain Marvel ties to the
Yes,
quantum
they've
realm.
mentioned that in the past.
Okay, so I don't know if they're going to go that path or keep it on the white or light hole.
I mean, they have more options, though. The Captain Marvel origin I knew is actually from this Avengers cartoon, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. It's not that old.
Oh, I watched that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so...
And
Wait, is that the one...
It's the good one.
It's the good one. It's not the recent one.
No, it's not.
Okay,
the,
good.
It's not
yeah,
the recent one.
that show
one was bad.
good.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes was good, and in that version, Captain Marvel got her powers by interacting with one of the Kree, and it was like basically
right,
an
yeah.
accident, not an experiment.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it looks a lot more purposeful to me, but we're still not really sure about that.
Yeah.
There's just the only complaint I would have about the trailer is that we still just don't know that much about the movie.
Yeah, like you don't know about the plot or anything of the sorts. Yeah, I get that.
All right, I think that covers it for Captain Marvel. Moving on, the big one,
the
big one,
the elephant, the parent elephant of the previous elephant in the room. That's even bigger than the previous elephant in the room. It's the Avengers.
It's a whale in a room.
It's a whale in a closet. It's the Avengers Endgame trailer.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. How many people called Endgame? Russo Brothers. It's not named Endgame. Also Russo Brothers releases a trailer. It's called Endgame.
I mean, there are some people that are speculating because of the Russo brothers' comments that title is a fake out, but that seems like a stretch even for like Marvel's little bit of like fake out thing.
Yeah, I thought about that actually, but I don't see Marvel doing that.
Yeah. It's just not that likely.
Yeah, like release a movie title that everyone thought it was, but it was confirmed not, and then switch it again.
No.
And it's a good title. Like
it is a good title, directly referencing Doctor Strange's line in Infinity War.
We're in the end game now. And I feel like it also ties in with Stark's line from the trailer, part of the journey is the end. Like, this is the end, I'm assuming, for a lot of the Phase 1 characters of Marvel.
Almost
as sad as
guaranteed
it is,
it's the end for Captain America and Iron Man.
Yeah.
Thor will probably make it, though.
Yeah, I feel...
Just saying.
Yeah, I feel like he would.
So let's talk about some of like the big moments in the trailer. First of all, let me get your thoughts. Hawkeye, he's back.
I like him. He was kind of controversial, but he was one of my more favorite Avengers. Now, I know superheroes limited to a bow and arrow, but
yeah,
I don't know. I just kind of liked him from the beginning.
Well, I think one of the things that really sold me on the character of Hawkeye was his moment in Age of Ultron talking to
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch, yeah. If you walk out this door, you're an Avenger. That speech was like peak like Marvel for me.
Yeah.
In spite of like the mediocrity of Age of Ultron.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it wasn't a bad movie, it just like wasn't great.
Yeah. I'm
excited to see I'm excited to see Hawkeye on a little bit of a darker path, which is what they seem to be doing.
Yeah, like I remember in the trailer Captain America's voiceover, Steve Rogers, he says family.
Yeah, we lost family.
Right as soon as Hawkeye pops up, obviously he's probably going to lose part or all of his family.
Right.
In the snap, which is going to be really sad.
Yeah.
But see, why wouldn't he go to the Avengers? Obviously they would have had a part in it. Like, you're just going to go off in the streets and sulk? Like,
well,
I don't know.
I don't want to speculate too much about that just yet. I don't know. I feel like Hawkeye has always been like a little bit detached.
Yeah.
I think that might, and also he had been like retiring and walking away from the Avengers anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think there are some valid reasons, but also I think it's going to be one of those things where we'll have to wait and see what's really going on.
Yeah. Any other parts of it? What? Nah, that's kind of weird. I liked the only scene with Thanos. Walking through his garden.
Yes, I really appreciated the cornfield, like the scarecrow shot that was taken directly from the comics.
Yeah, it's straight from the comics.
The funny thing about that is I had literally just read the Infinity Gauntlet comic, and I had seen that frame, and so I was prepared to see that in the trailer.
That's so cool.
It was fantastic timing.
Yeah, I think the last one, big scene, Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, yes.
What do you think?
Have you seen? First of all, like, I love that in the midst of all this darkness. Oh shoot, what's his name?
Scott Lang?
Scott Lang, yes. I love that Scott, in the middle of everything, is like, "Hey guys, remember me? I got large in the airport. Ant-Man, you remember that? Can you buzz me in?" That's just
It's
so perfectly
it's so
his
perfect,
character.
Yeah.
And have you seen? I've watched like a couple breakdown videos because I'm a huge
The
nerd.
date in the top
The
corner.
date in the top corner, is it 1983
or ISO 3?
It's interesting because there's a lot of theories that he like fell through a time vortex or whatever
yeah.
in the quantum realm.
Yeah.
I almost don't want them to take that route, but I think they could do a great job if they did.
Yeah. My opinion, Marvel should not go down the path of time travel. Just avoid it at all costs. It
just
ruined the
overcomplicates
X-Men. Yeah, it
things.
overcomplicates things. What happened in the past affects the future. Who are they? The writers of Rick and Morty. They
No idea.
specifically say we don't deal with time travel. Like there's an Easter egg in Rick's garage. There's just a box called time travel stuff. You never see it. It's just they avoid it because it gets so confusing. Like think about the X-Men movies. It's just time travel. I don't want to say ruins. That's a bit of a stretch, but it complicates things.
It's really, really hard to pull off a time travel based story well.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I will say I think if any company these days can handle it would be Marvel.
Yeah.
But I also feel like that's not a path they should go down for the Avengers.
Yeah. That's my opinion on time travel. I did see the top right corner. I'm not 100% sold. The 9 kind of looks open. Like, it kind of looks like an S. Barely. There's a little bit of background color.
Right.
To the point where I'm like, is that a 9 or is it an S?
And that, honestly, like, that's one of those things that Marvel could have done to, like,
yeah, like, exactly. Like, in the Infinity War trailers.
There was that big
Titan,
shot,
yeah,
right?
No.
Oh,
wait.
No, you go first.
Okay, I remember in the 1 or 2 Infinity War trailers, maybe both, it shows Thanos. Yeah, it's the first one where he punches Iron Man. They're on Titan, and the glove only shows 2 Infinity Stones.
Ah, right.
But in the movie, he had, like, all of them, but 2. Like, I see... I don't know, it seems like a very minute detail to... It just seems like a very minute detail to... I don't know.
To, like, give away in a trailer.
That or, like, purposely mess up on.
Yeah.
Like, we're purposely going to mess up on the fact that he only has 2 Infinity Stones, when in reality, the movie, he has, like, what is it, 4?
4, yeah.
An obscure date, top left corner. But it does say archive. It does say archive right next to the supposed date. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
The thing I was going to say is they did another fake out sort of thing in the Infinity War trailer. It's the big shot from the Wakanda battle.
Oh, yeah.
Where all the characters are, like, lined up that didn't make it in the movie.
Yeah.
So, like, they've been known to, like, mess with their trailers and what actually makes it in the movie.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's one of those things where you just don't know exactly how much you can trust in the trailer.
Yeah.
But you're also, like, there's no need to be overly suspicious about it.
Yeah. Like, I guess, well, I was going to say, is it really going to matter whether it's a date or an S? I guess it does, though. Like, if he time traveled, but...
It doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
It'll matter to the movie, but like, that's not a detail that we need to be, like, analyzing right now.
Yeah. Also, my question would be, if it's time travel, another nitpick I have with the time travel idea, how did he get his van?
Yes.
Like, obviously it's not going to be back in time. You can't, like, the quantum thing is in the back of the van. So, like...
Right.
I don't know. Unless it's a different van. I don't know.
No, it's the same van.
It's the same van? Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right. I think that covers the trailer for now.
Yeah.
We might have to come back to it at some point.
We might have to come back to that one.
Moving on, there's a couple more superhero movies, not necessarily like trailers that have dropped, But some things we should discuss coming up in December.
Mhm.
For example, Into the Spider-Verse is coming up soon.
Yes, and its Rotten Tomato ratings are off
Insane.
the charts. Like like when I first saw this movie, I was like, okay, they're just trying to make a fun Spider-Man movie.
Like, you get like, oh, okay, so they're pandering to the kids now.
Yeah,
But
like
then,
you get
like,
that kind of vibe.
Then, like, some of the better trailers started to roll out, and then the
Mhm.
Rotten Tomatoes reviews started to roll out.
Yeah, like a 90.
oh,
I think it's
wow.
99 right now.
I think
That's
that would
really
be the
good.
highest of the Spider-Man movies so far.
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
for maybe it's either that one or Spider-Man 2. I don't remember which one. Spider-Man 2 was like way up there.
The one, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2.
Okay,
No, not
not amazing.
Not
amazing.
Amazing
Spider-Man.
Spider-
I
that
didn't
one-
think that's what you meant.
No, that
but
one's
I wasn't
easily the
sure.
worst. Easily. Yeah.
Not the dancing Tobey Maguire on the third one.
Oh Lord, no. Oh Lord. Sad. That movie, like, for all of its flaws, it is like fun and a decently told story as compared to the let's make a franchise in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. See, I'm looking up the Spider-Man 2 Rotten Tomato rating right now. Spider-Man 2. Also, something that I am so happy about.
Let's hear it.
Really quick, nothing about Marvel or anything. 93. Spider-Man 2 got a 93.
Really?
Um,
Thought it was higher than that.
the premature ratings for the Bumblebee movie
Oh no.
are good. They're good. Like,
Okay. Okay.
I get your oh no in that all of the movies are bad.
let
but-
me just say this. I don't want to see Bumblebee, but that's because I just don't like the Transformers, and that's just a personal opinion that I have. It's like, don't let my pessimism like put anybody else off
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
movie.
I grew up with Transformers. My dad's a really big Transformers fan. My uncle is a really big Transformers fan. So we watched the old show. We watched
I
the new
actually have
shows.
seen a little bit of both of those shows, and I liked those a lot. But Transformers has just like never been my thing.
Yeah, I get that. Definitely get that. But I was nervous when I first learned about the movie. I was like, "Oh, good, they're making a separate movie from the current ones." And then,
oh,
now it's
no.
all the same universe. And so I was nervous. Like, how are they going to do this and make it good? Premature ratings have said that it's good, possibly the best one. Now that's not hard because none of them are really good. But that
Oof.
made me happy.
Yeah.
Back to our topic though, Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse, I'm looking forward to it because Spider-Man's one of my favorite characters.
Mhm.
And it looks like it's going to explore this idea a little bit that I think is important to Spider-Man, and that's that Spider-Man can be anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the mistake that the Amazing Spider-Man franchise made is that they tried to set it up as, like, Peter's destiny, that his dad, like, genetically engineered the spider so that only he could be Spider-Man. And
Yeah.
that's just so, like, in contrast with the heart of Peter Parker as a character. And so I'm interested to see, like, how they're exploring the idea of, like, Spider-Man is, like, an everyman in this, like, universe where there's more than one.
Yeah, I get that. That's a cool thing to add. I think it was like an interview or something, but like I saw that they're adding little like comic panels to the movie.
Oh,
like
yeah, I've
his
seen that.
thoughts, like what he's thinking in the moment is coming up on the screen as little comic book panels.
Right, they're styling the movie artistically very much like a comic book.
Yeah, and at first I was like, that's kind of weird. But like now that I think about it, I think it'd be a good aspect to the movie. Like it shows you really the inner struggle of Spider-Man and
Yeah.
like you said, being in every person.
It's something that, like, when you first hear it, you're like, that seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And then the more you think about it, you think, wait, that might actually be a great idea.
Yeah, like
And according to the reviews, apparently it was a great
Yeah.
idea.
I can see how it might be a little distracting, but at the same time, like it
I think it has a lot of
it's
potential.
yeah, it's never been explored in a movie before.
Yeah.
Not to my knowledge, at least. Anything like this, but
No. The closest thing might have been, like, I don't know if you've heard of this, but it was a movie called Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
mm-mm.
It was a live-action movie, but it had, like, some thought bubbles and stuff with it.
Okay.
So it was something kind of similar.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Like, seeing how they cross over that. I was a little hesitant at first when I heard that, but like again, it seems like a good idea. Definitely
can
not
pull it
in
off.
live action or anything like that.
Well,
but
not necessarily. I mean, it can be
could
done.
Yeah, it can be done. But yeah, I'm anxious. I'm excited to see this apparently amazing movie of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
All right. Speaking of movies we're excited to see, let's hit your thoughts on this hopefully good movie for some people, Aquaman, coming up really soon. What do you think about it?
I don't know. I don't know. I cannot.
You
I
don't want to like commit to being optimistic about a DC movie.
Well, no, I don't want to. I don't know. I don't like them. I don't like.
You don't like Aquaman.
I don't like the DCEU.
That's fair.
I like. Yes, they knocked Wonder Woman out of the park. I've seen that movie 3 or 4 times. It's good. I know by your maybe that you don't like it.
The thing with Wonder Woman, I like the entire movie up until the third act, where it felt like the studio was like, "Oh, you wanna write your own movie? No, big bad villain there, fight him," and it just like it felt really forced by the end.
Okay, I get that.
But there were
yeah.
still like some really good character beats. I think the Steve Trevor decision was like a good call, albeit a little bit reminiscent of Captain America.
Yeah.
And I think they made like a lot of good calls with Wonder Woman, and I just felt like, in spite of being a really good movie, it's another time where DC was like held back from a lot of potential by the studio decisions.
Yeah.
But like that doesn't. I'm not trying to like belittle the importance or the greatness of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Okay. Is Suicide Squad a part of the DCEU?
Yes,
Okay.
and oh lord.
Yeah, I can't really respect the DCEU. Again, Wonder Woman was good, but Batman vs Superman did not get good ratings. A lot of the people didn't like it. I would respect it if it didn't get good ratings, but a lot of people liked it. Like the crowd rating was good. Something like I don't know. I can't think of a movie off the top of my head that has that, but.
Shoot, I had one, but like it's gone now. Never mind.
It's a recent movie. I forget.
Same. Oh, Venom.
Oh yeah. Venom. Like, terrible Rotten Tomato ratings, but like at the same time, a lot of people that went to the theater, they were like, it was good.
Yeah. I saw it personally, and I thought like, it's a terrible movie, but I love it so much.
Yeah.
It's like, the plot is ridiculous, but Tom Hardy as Venom and his chemistry with the symbiote just like save the entire movie. It's really good because of that.
Yeah. So I would respect any of the DCEU movies if they had kind of the crowd respect, but they don't. Like, they're not great movies. So I'm hesitant about Aquaman.
The thing about Aquaman, and this is just something I want to like get into before, and like in contrast to your pessimism, which is earned.
Like,
it's earned.
It's not complete pessimism. I can't put anything into this movie.
Yeah.
It looks too CGI, personally.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Like
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, just a bit.
They're relying a little bit too much on it.
They're relying a little bit too much on CGI, yeah. They kind of write him off as too, not nerdy, but I don't know. I'll have to watch the movie. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm placing some negative judgments on it, but not like harsh. Like, I'll give it some room
give it some space.
Yeah.
The thing about Aquaman is that it looks like the studio is at least making some good calls about personal vision. A lot of the weaknesses in the DCEU is that they're not letting their characters, like, they're not letting the people they put in charge of the movie actually, like, direct the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they had let Zack Snyder, like, fully run his course, maybe some of those movies could have been good, but they forced him to shoe in things like Wonder Woman, like Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
I had other examples, but the other thing is like Superman, Man of Steel.
Yeah.
I was one of the few people that did like that movie.
Yeah.
But they the real weakness of it is that like they saw Superman as like a character that needed to be fixed by being made darker, and like they don't really have a love for the subject material. but they're kind of getting out of the way of that with Aquaman. They're hiring, like, a smaller time. I think it's an indie director that did some stuff. James Wan. I don't know that much about him, but I watched a video a while back that like showcased his knack for making like interesting movies.
Yeah.
And they're like, it looks like they're letting him run his course, and they're not like, their color palette is way more entertaining.
Yeah.
It has a really distinctive look, which is a good thing for it. And one thing, this might be a little bit controversial, but I love Black Manta, I think.
Black Mantis.
His costume.
Yeah.
I love how comic accurate it is. And you can fight me on that.
No, I actually, I'm with you on that one.
Oh, really?
I think it looks pretty cool. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, what the heck is that?
But if you look at the comics, like, it looks exactly the same.
Exactly like that's...
It looks like they're finally letting their movies, like, try and be a movie instead of, like, an advertisement for, like, buy our stuff, you know?
Yeah, being like a movie and letting it be just a movie instead of a movie. Like, we want it to be dark and Doomsday and Wonder Woman Ex Machina. Just let it be a movie.
Yeah. And that's why I'm a little bit hopeful for the DCEU right now. Because, like, Aquaman is making some good choices, and as far as we can tell, Shazam is making some good choices, too.
Yeah.
I think that about wraps Aquaman up.
Yeah, is there anything else today's list? I know I got to get going soon, but...
I think that about covers it. There's one thing, we can put it in the podcast or not, but I want to, like, look up and play you a trailer. It's for this superhero movie. I'm doing air quotes, by the way. Superhero movie. That I like saw the trailer for. It released a couple days ago, and it looks really interesting. I want to get your thoughts on it, either on or off the podcast. So I'll play it, and you can decide if we want to put it in there or not.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. That was interesting.
Yeah. All right. So it's for this quote unquote superhero horror movie called Brightburn.
Yeah.
And it looks to be exploring kind of the premise of what if, when he was a kid, Superman, like, it takes his origin story and said, like, what if he wasn't like such a good-hearted person? What if there was like something wrong with him?
Yeah, like if he was evil.
Right.
I liked the horror-esque feel of it. I've not usually welcome in a superhero movie, but like with the twist of exploring it if a Superman archetype went bad, it looked pretty good.
I forgot to mention it. It's being directed by, or is it produced? One of those two, by James Gunn, the Guardians of the Galaxy guy.
Yeah.
So, like, at the very least, the movie's in good hands. I personally think it looks really entertaining. It has some really good, like, trailer shots.
Yeah.
Like, there's one where, like, he's floating outside a window and you can, like, see his eyes glowing and, like, his red cape in the background.
Yeah.
And it just, like, it's one of those things that's really well done to send...
In
to,
the
like,
trailer, yeah.
To be, like, subtle enough to send a chill down your spine.
Yeah.
One of those things. I really appreciate how it does stuff
Yeah,
like
that was a good trailer. I think it looks pretty good.
All right.
I think I can see how they would explore that.
I just wanted to, like, pitch that at you before we finished up.
Yeah, that was kind of cool, yeah.
All right. I think that rounds it up for superhero trailers and stuff.
Yeah, kind of a different podcast this time. We will get that last week's episode out at some point.
At some point. We'll see.
It's going to be a stretch. There's a lot we need to cut.
Yeah.
Because it was 4 guys.
And 55 minutes, I believe.
55 minutes of recording.
Oof.
So, yeah, as always, check us like rating down below, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Marauders out.